in the interest of Zoe Parks. We're here today set for our final in this matter.
Half the unknown father, Judge ready.
Your Honor, I'm Tate Eldridge. I represent the mother. We're both present, ready. Mandy Parks.
Ms. Frerterhouse, would you state your name for the record?
Yes, Misti Frerterhouse.
And Ms. Frerterhouse, how are you employed?
I work for Child Protective Services. I'm a FBSS worker,
Okay, and can you tell us what FBSS is?
Family-Based Safety Services.
Thank you, ma'am. And are you familiar with the case involving the child Zoe Parks?
Yes, sir.
And how are you familiar with that case?
I was given this case on February 22nd. Zoe was still in the NIC unit, so I was working with Mandy to help her get clean so that Zoe could come home.
Okay. And how did the department become involved in this case?
Zoe was born positive for meth.
Okay.
Mr. Trent, let me interrupt you real quickly,
Yes, ma'am.
because of course, I reviewed the court report, but I didn't see anything about, and I wanted to find out. I had a question, and I apologize, I didn't focus on that from the beginning,
Right.
but I wanted to know, did you all attempt to mediate the case?
Yes, ma'am, we went to mediation.
Okay, all right. I just don't recall if I saw a letter or something from the mediator. I may have, but all right, sir, sorry to interrupt you. Go
And
ahead.
Judge, I will say, as far as the mediation, we did it on May 30th. Mr. Jackson, Joel Jackson, was appointed to mediate on that one. He had something come up, so Valva stood in for him and mediated for us that day.
Okay. All right, my apologies for interrupting you. Go ahead.
That's okay. Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Frerterhouse, state again, I'm sorry, you said the department became involved in this case. How?
Because Zoe was born positive for meth.
Okay. And when you began working on the case, were you able to make contact with mom?
Yes.
And what is mom's name?
Mandy Parks.
Thank you, ma'am. Where were you able to make contact with her?
I saw Mandy at her home.
Okay. And did you discuss the reasons for the department being involved?
Yes.
And what was mom's reaction to the reason we were being involved?
Mom was willing to work services. She said that she wanted to become clean so that she could get Zoe back home. Zoe was still in NIC unit, so we were trying to get her clean before she was released.
Okay. And when was that first contact made?
February 22nd.
And did you discuss the allegations with mom?
Yes, sir.
And mom's drug use?
Yes, sir.
Did mom admit to her drug use?
Yes and no. She would kind of go back and forth of, I don't use anymore, I used to use. There were statements that she was tricked to using. So it kind of went back and forth, but she did end up admitting she used.
Okay. When she admitted to use, did she state whether she knew she was pregnant at the time?
No.
Okay.
Not that I recall.
What did you do as far as continuing to work with mom?
We did random drug screens. We did set up a safety plan. That she had to be supervised with the child at all times. Mandy had a hard time visiting Zoe at the hospital due to her chair not having a good battery in it. She wasn't able to get on the city bus, so she was completely dependent on her mom to make it up to the hospital. So there weren't a lot of visits while I was involved. The nurses, when she did go, the nurses were concerned though. So we worked a lot on getting her. We got her a different kind of bassinet that we took up to the hospital for her I'm sorry, I think they're called car seat test for preemies,
Okay.
where they say 24 hours. I was only involved about a month.
Okay. Um, did mom drug screen with you multiple times during your involvement?
I had only three drug screens. I'm sorry, three.
Okay. And were any of those positive?
Yes.
Okay.
She had a positive hair follicle on March 27th.
Okay. And were any of those negative screens?
Her very first DUA on March 8th was negative.
Okay. Did you say she had a positive hair follicle later?
Yes, and swab also. On the March 18th, she had a swab that was positive, and on March 27th, her hair follicle was positive.
Okay. And did you discuss these screens with mom?
Yes.
Did mom tell you when her last use was?
Yes, she did break down and tell us that she used while she was at the hospital for her 24-hour stay. And then the weekend Zoe was home, that first weekend, she admitted to using.
And did y'all discuss whether the child was in her care at that time?
Yes.
And what was her answer to that?
The child was in her care.
Okay. And so the department worked with mom to try to prevent the removal by putting in a place safety plan. Is that correct?
Yes. Yes.
And during that safety plan, mom was using.
Yes.
Okay. And there were some concerns of ability to care and some struggles she was having. Is that correct?
Correct.
But our main issue on this was mom was using during her care of the child.
Yes, sir.
And then you requested requested the court for removal,
Yes.
and that was granted.
Yes.
Correct. Judge, I would ask to admit exhibit number 4 is the affidavit of business records for the drug screens throughout this case. It's a certified copy. This was properly served to all parties and filed in April.
All right, any objection?
No objection.
No objections.
All right, petitioner's exhibit 4 will be admitted.
Thank you, ma'am. Ms. Frerterhouse, during your time on the case, did mom give you a name of an alleged father in the case?
She had given 2 names. I'm sorry, I did not write their names down. Both were in jail, and she wasn't sure which it could be.
Okay. Since you went off of the case, are you aware that paternity testing was run on the 2 names she gave you?
Yes, I am.
Okay. And those 2 people were ruled out?
Correct.
Okay. You asked for requested removal of the child and that was granted, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Did you discuss with mom reasons for removal and what was happening?
Yes, we did.
Okay. What was mom's reaction to that?
She was very upset. She cried a lot. She apologized a lot. We actually did the removal during FGC, so she knew coming in what was going to happen.
Okay. And our main reason for the removal again was mom's admittance to using drugs while the child was in her care.
Correct.
And it started with the child being born positive for drugs.
Correct.
And you believe at the time, based on the circumstances, it was in the best interest of the child to remove at that time.
Absolutely. Yes.
Where was the child placed?
The child was placed in, I believe it was Plainview.
Okay. At the time you went off of the case, how was the child doing?
She was doing great.
Okay. To your knowledge, did the child Was the child having any issues from, any type of withdrawals, or did the child have any medical issues?
No, when she was released to the hospital, she was doing well when I had the case.
But the child was in the NICU for about a month or so?
Yes.
Okay. I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Eldridge?
Ms. Frerterhouse, can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, just, now you talk, and you may not have gone this far, but you set up the safety plan, and this may be for a later witness. There's lots of things I've written down from our prior hearings. Do you know, and again, you may not have been involved, what service she completed or didn't complete during the time that you were involved?
When I was involved, we didn't have time to complete any of them.
Okay, so that's what I was thinking. Okay, so I don't have any further questions about that then, Your Honor.
All right. And Mr. Hill?
No questions, Your Honor.
Ms. Muller?
Ms. Frerterhouse, you became involved, you said February 22nd,
Yes, ma'am.
and Zoe was born on January 25th, is that correct?
That is correct.
So she had already been in the NICU for some length of time before you became involved.
Correct.
And a month after Zoe's birth, mom was still testing positive on an oral swab.
Yes.
Okay. So was mom made aware back when Zoe was born that Zoe was positive for meth?
Yes.
And so a month later, mom's still using?
Correct.
You had mentioned that that mom had used during the weekend that Zoe was home. How long was Zoe home from the NICU before she was removed?
4 days.
And that's mom admitted use while she was caring for her at home.
Yes.
I pass the witness.
All right. Mr. Trout?
I have no further witnesses, Ms. Frerterhouse, Your Honor. I mean, excuse me, no further questions, Ms. Frerterhouse. I apologize.
Anybody else have any follow-up questions from Ms. Frerterhouse?
No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
Okay, is Ms. Frerterhouse free to go at this time? Any objections?
I have
No,
no.
ma'am.
No objection.
Okay, then, Ms. Frerterhouse, thank you very much for joining us. You're free to go.
Thank you.
All right, you can call your next witness.
Judge, I'll call Mom, Mandy Parks real quickly.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, all right, Ms. Parks, raise your right hand for me. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you'll give today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
All right, you may proceed. And just for the record, I want to make clear on the record, Mr. Dugan is not present, did not announce present. He's not in the waiting room. So I don't think I mentioned that when we were taking announcements. Okay.
And Judge, I would, on that note, I'd also say that he was personally served on October 24th of 2024.
Yes, sir. Okay. All right. You may
Miss-
proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Parks, would you state your name for the record, please?
Mandy Parks?
And Ms. Parks, you are the mother to Zoe, correct?
Correct.
And throughout this case, you were aware of a family plan of service and services to work, is that correct?
Yes.
And during this case, you had some relapses, is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. Are you, when was your last use?
Well, I guess we'll just go by CPS's eyes because of my incident that happened back in December. But me, I've been sober since April 18th last year.
So your testimony today is that you've been clean and sober since April of last year.
Yes.
Okay. Even though previously you've admitted to relapsing in December.
Well, I admitted to doing the vape thing that incident, the accidental use, if you want to call.
Okay. So you used in December.
Yeah, in y'all's eyes, yes.
Okay. Have you been made aware of results of your drug screens?
Yes.
Okay. Are you aware that your drug screens, at least your hair follicles, are still showing positive for methamphetamines?
I am aware of that. I take medications. I have a list of medications that I gave to my CPS worker.
Mhm.
I'm trying to figure out why it's still showing positive because I'm not using.
Okay. And I know you're not a doctor, but are you aware of any medication that would make you test positive for methamphetamine?
My
Like,
It's called what is it called? It's like it's Prozac, let's just say.
okay.
Yeah. I was aware and I was told by a nurse at the hospital that it can cause.
Objection, Your Honor. Hearsay.
Okay, sustained.
Well, you are, he asked the question saying you're not a doctor. So I believe she gets to answer the question.
Yeah.
Your Honor, I did. She stated a nurse told me. That's what I was
Yeah.
objecting to.
Right. Yeah, she started to testify as to what somebody else had told her.
Okay, well, I'm just saying by my knowledge and my research that I've
Okay, hang on. He needs to ask you another question. Just a minute.
Are you aware of any medication that would make you test positive for methamphetamine?
yes,
And what medication is that?
Prozac, my antidepressant.
Okay. But you are aware, you're saying April of last year was your last use.
Mm-hmm.
We're now 14 months past then, and your hair follicles are still coming back positive for methamphetamine.
Yes, trying to figure out why. I don't understand it.
You're having visits, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And are your visits, at this time, are they still supervised visits?
Yes.
Okay. And where do those take place?
In Pampa.
Okay. Have they changed places a couple of times?
This recently we started to go to different places. Like we were at McDonald's last week, and I think we're going back to McDonald's this week.
Okay. Is that in Pampa?
Yes.
Okay. At one point, were they changed to Amarillo?
They were supposed to be in Amarillo, but they never made it.
Okay. Do you have issues? You've been able to get transportation to and from Pampa for the visits?
Yes.
Okay. Whether by a friend or by medical transport?
Yes.
Okay. Have you done any in-person inpatient rehab? I know there was an incident at the beginning.
Yes, I have my certificate that I graduated from outpatients at the pavilion.
Okay. And what type of outpatient was that?
It was says behavioral health certificate, Northwest Behavioral Health Chemical Dependency Program.
Okay. And was that an outpatient program that complied with what you were being asked to do?
Yes.
Okay. Were you screened during that?
Excuse me?
Were you drug screened during that outpatient?
Yeah, they did one time. That's it.
Just one time?
Yep.
Was it more of a informational outpatient? Or did you have programs to work?
How would I
Define informational.
Judge, objection, somebody's in the background speaking. I don't.
But it's my mother. I'm sorry.
Okay, I don't, it may be your mother, but it doesn't matter. You cannot look to anybody else for answers. So she needs to either leave the room or she needs to remain silent. She cannot suggest answers to you.
Okay, I'm sorry. I apologize.
It's all right, but I'm just telling you, she either needs to leave the room or not participate at all.
Okay, can you define information then? Or information?
Anything. She can't suggest anything to you.
No,
She needs to remain silent.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
I'll re-ask the question, Your Honor.
Yeah.
Ms. Parks, was it a step process outpatient that you had program to work through, or was it you went to meetings and received information?
I had programs that I went to, and then I also go to meetings too.
Okay, what type of meetings?
I go to NA meetings,
Okay,
and
how did you go to those?
I go Wednesday, Thursdays, and Fridays.
Okay. How long did you do the outpatient?
I did outpatient for like almost 3 months.
Okay. Did you discuss the outpatient program with your caseworker?
Yes,
Okay. And was it approved as an outpatient program under your service plan?
yes.
Okay. Y'all never had a discussion about it not being compliant with what they were asking you to do?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Did you ever have that conversation with the lady who did your OSAR?
I went to see her a while back. I can't remember what date exactly, but she couldn't do another OSAR on me because I was saying that I'm clean.
Mhm.
But I did do an OSAR in the beginning of all of it.
Okay. You haven't done a second one?
I went there, but she never did it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Did you complete a parenting class?
Yes.
When did you complete that?
That was back in, oh my gosh, September or something like that. I have the certificate. It's on my phone.
Okay. Was that certificate given to the caseworker?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Was the certificate of completion given to the caseworker?
Oh, yes, right away.
Okay. Have you done, sorry, give me 1 second.
Can I state the fact that I start another program with the chemical dependency thing tomorrow?
Okay. And is that a different program?
Yeah, it's through them, but it's a different program. Yes,
Is it an outpatient program?
yes.
Is this the outpatient program that you were asked to work?
Um, I was approved for this. I mean, I was approved, but she asked me to do this one too.
Okay.
But I did get the certificate for the first one that I did.
Okay. And you completed your rational behavior, is that correct?
Correct.
Individual counseling.
I started that yesterday.
So you have not completed.
Not completed it, no, because it time setback of all these appointments that I've had and their schedules.
Okay. And we're
That is,
15 months into this case?
yes, I know that I didn't get on it, and there's really nothing I can say to make an excuse for that, honestly, except for I should have done it better and faster. But I'm here saying I'm trying now.
But the question is, you have not completed that service, correct?
Not the counseling, no. I'm
Okay.
started it.
Okay, just, Mr. Trout,
Yes, ma'am.
I've got just a couple minutes, but
Okay.
let me see everybody in a breakout room. I mean, not everybody, but let me see the attorneys in a breakout room just real quickly for a quick bench conference, and then
Yes, ma'am.
we'll be quick. So, Mr. Trout, you and Ms. Zavala can go back to room 1. All right. I have heard some things that I'm going to recess this final right now. So we will be in recess. But I'm gonna ask Ms. Katie to, I'm gonna have to log into this other Zoom, but I'm gonna ask Ms. Katie to look at reset dates of this sometime closer to the dismissal date, which is September 19th, but we do need to be back in within 90 days. And you all can discuss dates and see if you can't come to an agreed upon date. Ms. Parks, what that means is I'm giving you some extra time. Use it very wisely. And your attorney can talk to you more about that. But just a little bit that I've heard today, I feel like that is the appropriate and fair thing to do. So you all stay here. Miss Katie will talk to you all about some dates. And then after we've got an agreed upon reset date, then everybody will be free to go. All right. I appreciate it. Thank y'all.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thanks, Judge.
Thank you.
So
Okay,
maybe you can go. I'll call you later. I've got a case this afternoon, so probably tomorrow.
Okay.
This is in the interest of Karen Mosca.
Ni kubw'inyungu za Karen Mosca.
We're here today for an initial permanency hearing.
Tunaenda kusikizwa kesi yako.
And we are conducting this through Zoom.
Tunafanya hii mashirikiano kupitia mtandao wa Zoom.
We're live streaming and Ms. Goodman is making our record.
Iko live na msaidizi wa judge anaiweka kwenye rekodi.
Okay, Mr. Trout is present for the Department of Family and Protective Services.
Kuna mtu mwenye anarepresenta usalama ya watoto, services za usalama ya watoto.
Ms. Kincaid is present on behalf of the mother, Francine Kabul.
Kuna mwingine pia ako anasimamia mama mzazi.
All right, the father, Mr. Muendo, is present.
Baba ako, Mr. Kahindo ako hapa pia.
Ms. Zavala is present on behalf of the child.
Na Zavara ako hapa kwa mnajili ya watoto.
All right, and it looks like probably our worker today will be Sylvia Garcia.
Na inaonekana kwamba kuna mwingine anaitwa Garcia ndo atakuwa msaidizi wako. Kama nimesikia vizuri kama ni hivyo.
All right then, Ms. Garcia, if you will please give us the update since your court report was filed.
Garcia anaenda kutupa ushuhuda wake tangu kesi waipeleke kotini.
And Ms. Garcia, I'm going to remind you, please, just try to keep this to 1 or 2 sentences at a time.
Anaomba huo msichana Garcia afupishe maneno kama sentensi moja au mbili.
All right, and everybody just be mindful to allow Mr. Uwimana an opportunity to interpret before you start responding.
Na watanipa muda wa kutosha ili niwatafsirie kabla waanze kujibiana maswali.
All right, Mr. Uwimana, would you raise your right hand? Let me swear you in today. Do you solemnly swear to translate English to Swahili and Swahili back to English for us today?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, very good. All right, Ms. Garcia, you can go ahead and proceed.
Okay, since our last report, Francine has completed all her services.
Tangu Francine alifanya services zao, yani alimaliza programu yao.
Francine has currently just had a newborn baby, so her parent-child visits
Francine amejifungua mtoto mpya hivi karibuni.
Have continued to virtual visits until she's hit her 40 days, and then we will continue back in-person visits.
Na Francine aliendelea kuwajibu kupitia mtandao, kupitia kwa simu au kompyuta. Yani aliendelea kuwasiliana nao, hakukosa rendezvous hata moja au appointment hata moja. Mpaka siku 40 zikaisha.
Those visits have been going good. Francine stays engaged with Karen. She's able to redirect her when needed, and she's able to keep her motivated with any issues that she could possibly having in placement or in school.
Francine aliendelea kuwajibu vizuri, yani hakuna kitu moja alikosa, aliendelea kuongea na Karen. Kila mambo yani alifuatilia watoto shuleni, kila kitu yani.
We are currently waiting to get with a therapist that can do family therapy so that we can get Francine and Karen both going on family therapy.
Tunangojea hivi sasa tunangojea ule mtu wa kusaidia watu, yani therapy ni kama mtu mwenye anasaidia watu kiakili ama anawapatia mawaida ya jinsi wataishi vizuri. So hiyo ndo wewe Francine na Karen wanataka mufike hiyo kiwango ya kupatana na mtu wa kuwasaidia kimawazo.
That's all the updates that I have for Francine.
Hizo ndo habari za hivi punde ako nazo kwa Francine.
All right, and then the father?
So
Baba ya
Patrick
mtoto?
has completed services. The only service that is currently pending
Patrick pia yeye ama baba alimaliza programu zote isipokuwa tu programu moja yenye nangojewa afanye.
is individual counseling. Individual counseling has been hard to find a provider for him in Tennessee. So that is the only reason why he has not completed yet that service.
Patrick yeye anangojea servisi moja ya kutafuta mtu wa kumpa mawaida ama counselor wa moja kwa moja wa kumsaidia kule Tennessee. Imekuwa vigumu sana kwa upande wao kupata mtu wa kusaidia Patrick.
Either than that, he does keep communication with me as often as he can. I at least speak to him weekly. He does send care packages for Karen.
Lakini isitoshe Patrick anaweza kuzungumuza na huu mwanamke anaongea hapa kwa kila wiki yani, na pia anatumanga vitu za kusaidia mama mzazi. Anatuma masaidizi ya mtoto au kwa mama.
He also does participate in his parent-child visits.
Na pia Patrick anatumika kwa kusalimia mtoto wake ama kuja kumuona kumsalimia.
Currently, Patrick is in Amarillo, and he did request to be able to see Karen in person. We did do one visit in person, and we are hoping to do another before he leaves.
Patrick hivi sasa ako kwa mji wa Amarillo na alienda kuona mtoto mara ya kwanza, na pia wanapanga Patrick na mwanamke mwenye anaongea wanapanga waende kurudia kusalimia tena watoto mara ya pili.
And those are all the updates I have.
Na hayo ni mambo ya hivi punde ama hivi karibuni ndo maendeleo amefikia.
Anything to report with respect to Karen?
Je, kuna kitu ya kuripoti kutokana na Karen?
No, Karen is doing good in placement. She did get promoted to the next grade, so she's excited about that. She'll also be going to camp the next following week, so she's excited about all of those things that she has going on this summer. She's been very excited about her newborn baby brother, and she just wants to be able to spend more time with her mom and start having those in-person visits that she was having previously.
Hapana, Karen anaendelea vizuri. Alimaliza mwaka moja wa shule, anaenda kwa mwaka mwingine, yani anapandisha madarasa yani anaenda kwa level nyingine. Na pia tena Karen hii summer anaenda kwenye camp, yani ile sehemu anaenda kujifurahisha watoto wa shule. Kwa kusema ukweli, Karen anaendelea vizuri. Pia mama anajaribu hii summer, anajaribu ama hii msimu wa joto anajaribu kujifurahisha na mzazi wake.
That's the update that I have for Karen.
Hiyo ndo mambo ya hivi punde yako nayo kutokana na Karen au mtoto.
Judge, I have a couple of questions.
Okay, I'm just getting ready to ask you that. If you have questions, go ahead.
Ms. Garcia, how long are mom's virtual visits right now?
They're just an hour.
Je, masemano ya mzazi mama mwanamke yani hizo zinafika mpaka masaa mangapi? Anasema ni saa moja.
Is that once a week?
Je, ni mara moja kwa
Yes.
wiki? Ndiyo, ni mara moja kwa wiki. Anaenda kwa mtandao, anamsalimia saa moja. Hiyo mazungumzo yako mama na huyo mwanamke anaongea.
And what about dad's visits? How long are they?
Na je, baba anakuja kumuona Sylvia mara ngapi, ama zinatoshana muda mgapi?
An hour.
Saa moja pia.
Since he's in town and has had in-person visit, how long was that visit?
Sasa hivi
It was-
ako kwenye Amarillo, Patrick ako ndani ya Amarillo, akienda kusalimia mtoto. Je, anakaa muda wa kutoshana muda ngapi?
That visit was just scheduled for 1 hour. It was a last minute visit, so that's why we only scheduled it for an hour.
Ilikaa tu saa moja. Ni vile tulipanga hiyo mawaidha ya kwenda kusalimia mtoto, mimi na Patrick tulipanga mara ya mwisho, yani hatukupanga mbeleni, ilikuja kigafla, ndio maana ilikaa saa moja peke yake.
With him, when is he scheduled to leave Amarillo?
Je, Patrick atatoka Amarillo lini?
Saturday.
Siku ya 6 au siku ya posho.
Are we going to try to get a longer visit before he leaves, just since it's such a far way to travel?
Je, tunajaribu kumpatia Patrick au baba mtoto chance nyingine ama njia nyingine ya kusalimia mtoto kabla atoke mjini?
Yes, we are trying to get a longer visit.
Yes, tunajaribu kumpatia masaa ya kutosha kuona mtoto.
Okay. Since parents have finished their services, with the exception of a couple of things you talked about, are we going to increase mom's visits?
Je, na kusalimiana kwa mama au mara mama naona mtoto, tunaenda kuongeza masaa au vipi?
Yes, we are trying to increase them, and we're trying to move forward for her to have them longer, and have them possibly at their home, just kind of depending on housing.
Yes, tunajaribu pia mama aone mtoto masaa ya kutosha. Hata tunaweza mpelekea mtoto nyumbani ile amuone masaa ya kutosha, lakini labda mazingira italingana na nyumba yenye wako, kama itaruhusu mtoto wampeleke kule kuonana na mama yake.
And those are going to still be supervised at this time, correct?
Correct. They will still be supervised.
Je, na hizo kuleta mtoto mama aonane na mama, je, wataweza kuziangalia? Yani kutakuwa na mtu hapo wa kuangalia mtoto jinsi anacheza? Yes, kutakuwa na mtu mwenye atakuwa ako karibu na mtoto wakati ameletwa kwa mama.
And Judge, just for the court, the reason I asked about the supervised when they go back to in-person.
Je, huo mtu wa kuangalia mtoto, anauliza judge au mheshimiwa, je, huo mtu wa kuangalia mtoto akienda kusalimiana ni lazima awe ama sio lazima awe hapo?
And I spoke to Ms. Kincaid about this just a second ago. There is a bond condition on mom that she cannot have, there's no unsupervised contact with Karen or any child under 17 per CPS.
Kuna jambo lingine ameona kwa kesi ya mama kwamba haezi onana na mtoto mwenye ako chini ya umri miaka 17 kama hakuna mtu mwenye ako karibu na yeye. Ni lazima kuwe na mtu karibu na yeye akionana na mtoto wake kama mtoto wake ako chini ya umri wa miaka 17 au mtoto wa mtu mwingine. Lazima kulingana na CPS, lazima kuwe na mtu mwenye namwangalia au karibu na yeye.
Ms. Trout, let me clarify. You said there's a bond condition, and then you said no unsupervised access per CPS. Right, let's back up.
Yes, ma'am. I didn't know if he wanted to interpret first.
Jaji, mheshimiwa jaji anauliza wao mwenye ako hapa kukurepresenta kwamba umesema hakuna kondisio ya bond, yani kama kusema hakuna kampuni, sijui kama naelewa, yani hiyo inamaanisha kuna njia, so sijui kama naelewa bond yani. I'm trying to find the correct words for these. There are some terms in my language you can find at all. Like bond condition, what is that? Anaona kama ile ukifungwa yani kisha utolewe kwa jela, kuna ile kampuni nakuja kutoa. So mama anaona kwamba waliweka condition, kwa mfano mama ukifungwa tena ukifungwa mara mpya hauwezi pata mtu wa kukutoa kwa jela. So ni kama jaji anauliza attorney wako, je, mimi sijaelewa hapo. Yani anaomba attorney wako amuelezee zaidi juu hakuelewa. We can go on.
Thanks, sir.
Yes, Judge, there's a bond condition that says no contact with any child under 17.
Okay.
And then oh, sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. So hiyo kenye wanasema kwamba hauwezi onana na mtoto mama wewe, hauwezi onana na mtoto mwenye ako na umri wa chini ya miaka 17 bila mtu kuwa karibu na wewe. Go ahead.
And then below that, there's an asterisk that says no unsupervised contact with Karen Mosca or any child under 17 years of age per CPS is what it says.
Alafu hiyo neno yenye amesomea jaji mkuu anasema wewe mama hawezi onana na Karen. Karen nafikiri ni mtoto wako bila mtu kuwa karibu na wewe. Yani lazima kuwe na supervisio karibu na wewe, na sio tu Karen peke yake, mtoto mwingine yeyote mwenye ako chini ya umri miaka 17 lazima kuwe na mtu mwenye anakuangalia au karibu na wewe.
And that's all it says on the bond as far as that.
Na ni hivyo bondi yako inasema.
Do we have any idea where they got that? The second part?
Je, tuko na habari ya hiyo neno ya pili? Hiyo yenye nasema eti CPS inasema mama asikaribie mtoto kama hakuna mtu mwenye anamwangalia. Tunajua sehemu ilitoka, yani jaji anauliza attorney wako.
I do not, Judge. I don't know if they're meaning, since there is a CPS case, that when it's saying per CPS, I don't think we requested that. I think that is something they put in since we had a CPS case going.
Yani hafikiri kwamba yeye kama mshtaki labda mwenye na washtaki, yani hafikiri kama ni kitu aliwaomba waweke kwamba haufai kukaribia mtoto mwingine wa chini ya miaka 17. Anafikiri tu ni vile mko na kesi na CPS, huko kesi ndani, njoo maana tu waliongeza yani. Lakini yeye hakuomba hiyo kitu iongezewe ya kukufungia kuonana na mtoto mwenye wako kama hakuna mtu mwenye anakuangalia au mtoto mwingine wa chini ya miaka 17.
And that, I don't know if that came about because there are other children in the house that are under 17. If that's why they put that asterisk in there, to alleviate the issue of mom being at home with her other children. I'm not sure, Judge.
Ama anafikiria labda kwa nini waliweka hiyo neno ingine ya kuzuia Francine. Labda ni vile kuko watoto wengine wenye umri wa miaka 17, yani wako chini wa miaka 17. Labda ndio maana waliongeza au kitu kanukta, yani kama star kwenye hiyo sentensi yenye walisema hapo.
Anybody know what court or case is pending in?
Let's see. Judge, this is still awaiting grand jury. I was trying to see who signed that, but it looks like it came out of jail because mom paid a cash bond. Let me see. I don't know that it's been assigned to a court. It just says district court at this point because it hasn't been indicted.
Yeah.
Haoni kama kesi yako ilitumwa kwenye koti yoyote juu ingali inangojewa kupokelewa. Inasema tu ni koti yenye district, ni kama kusema ni koti ya eneo letu ndo kesi inangojewa kusikizwa, lakini ni koti gani au nambari gani.
And Your Honor, know that she's been appointed a criminal defense attorney, but I haven't seen any documents related to that case.
hata mwenye Savana anasema kwamba hajaona dokumenti yoyote kulingana na hii kesi yako yenye inangojewa kusikizwa. Hata kama wanafikiri kunaweza kuwa na attorney mwenye atakusaidia, hajaona kitu yote kabisa.
And Judge, the only thing I see from a court is that the warrant, when the case was originally filed, was signed. Judge Johnson was doing it, but she may have just been on rotation at that time to do warrants.
Anaona wakati kesi ilifunguliwa kuna jaji anaitwa Johnson, huo ndio alikuwa na kesi, lakini haoni kama kitu yote ilifanyika. Yani inangojelewa kusikizwa.
My concern is moving forward. I mean, is that going to cause problems for us in this case? If it goes to grand jury, are they going to pick up on that, and that's going to get carried forward? And you know, I just worry about that being a problem down the road.
Yeah, naona kama inaweza kuwa tatizo wakiendelea hii kesi hivi, kama kuna mambo yanangojelewa kusikizwa, kama kila kitu haiko kwenye laini moja, inaweza kisha juri kubwa sana, yani juri ni wale watu wanakuja kusikiza kesi, wakija kisha hii mambo yenye wanaongelea hapa waisukume mbele, inaweza leta matatizo mengi mbeleni. Hiyo ndo shida yake.
And Judge, I have not spoken to Mom's criminal attorney on this. I think Ms. Kincaid told me earlier she's heard they got a offer on it, but I don't know where that stands right now.
Lakini huyu kama mushtaki mwenye na washtaki hajaongea na mama wewe Francine, hajaongea na mtu wako mwenye atakurepresenta kama lawyer wako, hajaongea na yeye. Anajua tu kuna fununu moja alisikia kwamba kuna offer waliwapatia, yani kuna kitu waliwaambia, yani kama pinisio, ulifanya hii makosa, tutakupatia hii kiwango yani ile kichapo wanapatiana kama labda masiku au nini. Waliongea lakini hajui kama ni ukweli. Anafikiri.
So, Ms. Kincaid, since you're representing Mom, it probably falls on your shoulders if you could communicate to her criminal attorney. Maybe a modification of the bond might be appropriate unless they're going to come to some deal pretty quickly.
Anaomba ule mtu mwenye anakusaidia mama wewe, ule mtu anakusaidia mama Francine, aongee na ule lawyer wako, waone kama kuna kitu anaweza leta mbeleni, waweze kukusaidia. Ama kama wanaweza sema hii bondi yako waibadilishe, wafanye yani bondi ikuwe nzuri, ili uweze kupata mambo mengi ya kukusaidia kwenye hii kesi. Juu ni kama hakuna mazungumzo kati ya lawyer wako na mshtakiwa na mshtaki wa serikali.
Yes, Your Honor. I've been in contact with her criminal defense attorney last month, but I can get an update and communicate with her.
Savana anasema kwamba alizungumza na lawyer wako wa kukusaidia mwezi uliopita. Unasikia ni muda mrefu kidogo. Anaweza jaribu kumwongelesha tena hivi karibuni asikie kesi yako imefika wapi.
All right, Mr. Trout, any further questions?
Just two quick questions, Your Honor. Ms. Garcia, where do we stand on the home study with Dad?
It is still pending.
Ameuliza Sylvia Garcia kwamba je, nyumbani kwa mama, je kunaendeleaje? Anasema anangojea bado. Nafikiri ameweza kuhusu nafasi ya nyumba. Kama mjapata nyumba sijaelewa vizuri, lakini ni hayo amesema kwamba kesi inangojelewa kusikizwa.
And same line of question with Dad, since he's done well on his services, are we looking to increase his virtual visits when he's back home?
Anauliza kuhusu baba, juu baba ameongeza, anafanya vizuri kuona watoto, kuwasalimia. Je, tunaweza muongezea mara za kuona watoto, hata kama ni kupitia kwenye rununu ama kwenye simu? Je, tunaweza muongezea mara anaona watoto?
Yes, we are.
Yes, tutafanya. Ndiyo, tutafanya.
I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Kincaid, any questions?
Hang
Hang on, give him a chance.
Oh, yeah.
Jaji anauliza Mrs. Kinked kama ako na maswali ya kuuliza.
Has Ms. Kabul been cooperative with you?
Je, anauliza kama Miss Kabul Francine amekuwa akitimiza ahadi zake. Je, wakimwambia afanye hivi anafanya au hafanyi?
Yes, she has.
Ndiyo, Mrs. Kabul amekuwa akifanya kila kitu yenye namwomba.
And has she stayed in contact with you?
Na je, Mrs. Kabul amekuwa akizungumza nawe, yani kupitia kwa simu au kuja kukuona, amekuwa akifanya hivyo?
Yes, she does.
Ndiyo, amekuwa akifanya hivyo.
I'll pass the witness.
Hana swali ingine kwa mwanamke.
Mr. Muendo, do you have any questions for the caseworker or for me?
Mr. Muhindo Patrick, jaji anakuuliza kama uko na swali kwake, kama uko na swali kwa jaji ama kwa mtu mwingine yote au hauna swali. Unaweza toa kwa mute. Unaweza toa kwa mute. Unaongea lakini hatukusikii. Finya kwa simu. Utoe kwa mute. Thank you. Yeah. Iko sawa.
Mimi sina swali yoyote. Swali yenye napaswa kuwa nayo sijue kama wanapaswa kunisaidia. Nilikuwa nafuata mambo yangu ya kupata ukaaji hapa, lakini walikataa juu eti hawana certificate ya Karen. So sijue kama wao wanapaswa ongea na mamake kama iko na hiyo certificate anipatie niendeleze mambo yangu juu wameshimamisha. Wanasema mpaka wapate certificate ya Karen juu waweze na kumsaidia.
Yes, Your Honor. I don't have many questions, but I just have one. I have been following up with my immigration papers. I've been trying to get papers to stay here legally, but they had stopped my process because they are asking me for a current certificate. They are looking for something about current. He did not specify which certificate is it. So if he says, I don't know if if Mrs. Kabul has that certificate. If she has that, I would be happy to have it. So I can resume my immigration processes or my documentation processes.
Did you say birth certificate? The child's birth certificate?
He did not specify, Your Honor. I can ask which.
Ndio hiyo ndio yenye alikuwa anahitaji.
Ni birth certificate ile ya kuzaliwa?
Ndio.
Yes, Your Honor, it's the birth certificate that he was looking for.
All right, can we provide Mr. Muendo a copy of the child's birth certificate?
Tunaweza patia Mr. Patrick Kahindo certificate yake ya mtoto. Anauliza maswali au wenye wako hapa kwa mtandao.
And also a certified copy of the court order where I adjudicated him as the father of the child, because I don't think he's going to be on the birth certificate.
Na pia wakupatie ile karatasi yenye yeye alisema wewe njoo baba ya mtoto, wakupatie hiyo karatasi ye mwenyewe njoo aliandika kwamba juu certificate ya kuzaliwa ni kama hauyuko hapo, lakini kuna karatasi nyingine alisema wakuweke, so wakupe copy ya certificate, yani kitambulisho kwamba wewe ni mtoto wako na pia yenye iko na jina yako.
All right,
Judge,
a question for the department.
I actually did provide that documentation to him where it shows that he is the alleged father in this court. The birth certificate, we currently don't have a copy of it. We've asked Francine for it, and she does not have a copy or the original birth certificate for Karen.
Mrs. Garcia anasema huyu mwanamke mwenye anawasaidia anasema kwamba alikupatia wewe Patrick Kahinda, alikupatia karatasi kwamba wewe njoo baba ya mtoto, sijui kama uliona, alikupa hiyo karatasi kwamba wewe sasa njoo baba ya Karen, Kitu ingine, ile karatasi ya kuzaliwa ya mtoto wako Karen, aliambia Francine kama ako nayo. Francine akasema hapana, sina kabisa. Hata kopi yani Francine hana ya mtoto, hata originale hana. So labda wanaweza msaidia Francine kupata ile certificate ili pia wewe uweze kupata.
Okay, so we can certainly give him a copy of the court order where I adjudicated him as his father. He's no longer an alleged father. He is the father.
Jaji mwenyewe anasema kwamba wewe ndio baba ya mtoto, sio eti yani hakuna mazungumzo, hakuna kusema, hakuna wewe ndio baba ya ukweli, hakuna mambo ya kutokuwa shua, hapana. Jaji mwenyewe alisema wewe ndio baba wa mtoto na ni lazima upatiwe hiyo karatasi, kwamba aliagiza upewe karatasi kama wewe ndio baba mtoto, sio eti hawayuko shua, hapana.
Where was the child born?
Je, mtoto alizaliwa wapi?
In Uganda.
Mtoto alizaliwa Uganda.
All right.
Yes, that confirms.
I think Francine is trying to talk.
Oh,
I know that. I'm just trying
Okay.
to find what I need to know. All right, Miss Kabul, what can you tell us about the child's birth certificate?
Kabul, Mrs. Kabul, jaji anakuuliza, unaweza tuambia nini kuhusu certificate ya mtoto ya kuzaliwa, ile karatasi ya mtoto ya kuzaliwa? Je, uko na neno ya kusema kuhusu hiyo?
Mie kile niko nacho kya kusema ni hiki. Huyo mtoto wangu iko na pending case ya green card na iko na pending case ya unemployment ID. So mi sijui kama anataenda muapplyingia citizen aje wakati mtoto wangu hajapata green card yet, ingali pending, na hajapata unemployment iko pending. Mi sijui kama atafanya aje, mi sijui.
Okay, asante. Yes, Your Honor. What I can say is that my baby Karen has a pending case to obtain a green card, that is permanent residency. So there is an application in process of getting Karen a green card, which is a permanent residency. And also there is a pending case to obtain employment identification card for Karen. So those are two pending applications. And I don't know if the dad is trying to apply for citizenship for Karen when or while Karen has those two pending applications. She is wondering if dad, Mr. Patrick, wants to go ahead and apply for citizenship for Karen when my baby has not yet received a green card, permanent residency.
All right, I guess my understanding was this had to do with Mr. Mohendo's application for immigration, not the child, but let's clarify that. Is he seeking that document for himself or for the child?
Je, Mr. Muhindo, ako na swali kwako jaji, anasema anafikiri ima karatasi yenye unaomba ni yako, sio ya mtoto. Juu mama amesema yeye mtoto wako anangojea makaratasi, wewe unahitaji hii certificate ya nini? Ni ya kwako au ni ya mtoto?
Kipindi nilikuwa na apply, nimewauliza, je, mimi nina mtoto na mtoto wangu hajawahi kupata vitambulisho vyovyote tangu amefika hapa Marekani. Ndo wakiniuliza, je, unapaswa ukapata vitambulisho alafu inakuwa rahisi kwa mtoto wako kupata vitambulisho kama hajawahi kupata vitambulisho hapa. Na ndio maana nimemweka, haingekuwa hivyo singelifanya hivyo.
When I was submitting my application, I included my baby. I was applying with my baby because they said, oh, if you don't include your baby, then your baby will not have any documentation. So it's in the way he just added his baby on the form, on the application form.
Okay, so I can't solve any of these immigration issues for you all. I
Judge,
I strongly suggest that the parents need to communicate about it so that they each know what the other is doing.
Jaji anasema kwamba haezi wasaidia kuhusu mambo ya immigration ama mambo immigration au mambo ya kutafuta vitambulisho. Anawaomba nyinyi wawili muongee ili muweze kuzungumza, yani kuelewana, muweze kutamatisha maneno.
Your failure to communicate about this could end up delaying Karen's getting a green card or getting any status in the country. So, it's really important the two of you communicate about what's going on.
Musipozungumuza nyie wawili, mutafanya Karen aendelee kukosa vitambulisho au aendelee yani kuishi bila vitambulisho, lakini mkielewana itakuwa vizuri ili mtoto wenyu aweze kusaidika vizuri.
Yeah, na ndio hivyo aliniambia huku juu. Hata niliwaambia mama yake hana vitambulisho amefika huku, alafu ndo asema kama mimi niko sawa, niko na vitambulisho, napaswa wasababishia wao wapate vitambulisho. So unajua mimi nilikuwa siongeage naye, so apendagi hata kuongea naye, na mimi nimenyamaza, nimesema acha basi nimsaidie mtoto. Alafu wao wamesema eti kama namsaidiaga ndio anapenda wajui. Nikasema ya mimi namsaidiaga, lakini saa zingine mamake napendi mimi kumsaidia.
Karen, since she has been here, she has never received any kind of legal documentation, although she is here legally. And the mother doesn't like me talking to the baby. I asked her if she can assist me with that need to acquire certificate, but there is no communication in that matter.
I can't fix this for you all, so I'm sorry, but I am happy for the father to get a copy of the court order that adjudicated him the father, and that's about all I can do.
Yeah, jaji hawezi wasaidia mambo mengi sana, lakini anaomba upatiwe ile karatasi yenye koti iliandika kwamba wewe ndio baba ya mtoto. Hiyo ndio kitu anaweza kusaidia, juu unajua makaratasi ya kotini ako na nguvu sana. Mama kitaka au baba kitaka, hiyo karatasi mnaweza pewa kabisa kwamba Mr. Patrick Muhindo yeye ndio baba ya mtoto.
All right, Ms. Zavala.
For Miss Garcia, she had mentioned that the visits have gone to virtual for 40 days. And I'm curious why that 40 days virtual is necessary.
Anauliza swali kwa Miss Garcia kwamba hiyo maandamano hiyo maendeleo ya kuonana kwenye kuripoti imeenda kwenye siku 40. Yaani mnaonana siku 40. Kwa nini hizo siku zote mnaonana?
Is that a request from possibly the doctor of the baby not to have that, lots of contact with others during that 40-day period?
Je, ni mawaida ilitoka kwenye daktari ili wafanye hiyo muda wote bila kuonana, au hiyo mawaida ilitoka wapi ya siku 40?
So we do the mom's visits at the visitation house. And since mom just had a newborn baby, she felt that it would be safer for her to wait until the baby was fully vaccinated before she brings him to the visitation house.
Tunafanya hiyo mashughuli kwenye nyumba ya kusalimiana, alafu kwa mnajili ya mama kwamba alijifungua kuna mtoto mpya, yani tunafanya hiyo kwa mnajili yake juu amezaa mtoto, na tunafanya kitu yenye natuomba.
That was the only question I had, Your Honor.
All right, and do you have a recommendation today?
Je, uko na ombi la kupeana au usaidizi?
I do, Your Honor. I've met with Karen and she's doing very well.
Kunayo, amepatana na Miss Zavala amepatana na Karen, mwenye anaongea amepatana na Karen anafanya vizuri, anaendelea vizuri sana.
Karen was very excited about how the in-person visits with mom were going.
Karen alifurahia sana na hiyo kusalimia mama, yani moja kwa moja bila kupitia kwa mashini, yani Karen kwenda kwa mama ye mwenyewe kwa nyumba wanaonana, yani macho kwa macho, alifurahia hiyo maendeleo.
She was actually hoping that those visits could be longer.
Kwa kusema ukweli, Karen alikuwa angependa sana hiyo mambo ya kusalimia mama macho kwa macho waongeze masaa, isikuwe masaa kidogo.
She is stating that her ultimate wish is to go home with mom.
Karen anasema, kusema ukweli, anasema ombi lake ni arudi nyumbani kwa mama.
She is really enjoying her virtual visits with her dad.
Na Karen pia yani anafurahia, yani anaenjoy masalimiano ya baba kwenye mtandao kupitia kwa simu au mashini.
Her request to me when we met a week or so ago was for an in-person visit with dad.
Lakini pia mtoto Karen aliomba Miss Zavala anataka kuona baba, yani moja kwa macho kwa macho. Angependa kuonana na baba yake macho kwa macho.
I am glad that since that time she has actually gotten to have an in-person visit with dad.
Anafurahishwa sana kwamba kutokana hiyo ombi Karen ameweza kupatana na baba yake Patrick Muhindo.
Visitation with both her parents is important to her.
Masalimiano ya kuonana na watoto wake ni muhimu sana, yani anaheshimu sana kuona wazazi wake. Anapenda hivyo.
But she is doing well in placement and I recommend that that continue at this time.
Anaomba pia hiyo kitu iendelee.
All right, thank you. Okay, for today, then I'm going to continue the department as temporary managing conservator and continue the child's placement.
Johanna, would you please restate your statement? I'm sorry.
Yes, I'll continue the department as temporary managing conservator and continue the child's placement.
Ataendelea yani kwa muda mfupi ama kwa sio muda ya kimaisha, ataendelea yani kesi hivi hivi.
I find there's a continuing danger to return the child home at this time.
Kwa hivi jaji ameona kwamba hakuna usalama nyumbani ya kurudisha mtoto.
We don't have a completed home study on the father and mother has the bond condition.
Kwa sababu nyumba ya mtoto haina msingi bora, wazazi hawayuko pamoja, hawajarudiana, alafu pia kitu ingine mama akuna kondisio, kwa bondi yake kuna kondisio. Waliweka vile walisema kwamba hawezi patana na mtoto mwenye akuna chini ya umri miaka 17. So hiyo kitu ndio inasababisha mtoto wako asije nyumbani leo, hata kuja nyumbani juu ya hiyo sababu.
I find the parents are in compliance with their service plans.
Kitu ingine pia ameona ni kwamba wazazi walijaribu kuambatana au kufuata maelekezo waliwapa ya kupiga simu, ya kuonana na watoto. Hiyo kitu yote wazazi wako sawa kabisa, hawakufanya kosa.
The department will continue to use reasonable efforts to reunify the child.
Pia shirika ya kuendelesha hii kesi watafanya yote wawezavyo ili mtoto aweze kurudiana na watoto na wazazi.
I'm going to order that Mr. Muhindo will have another in-person visit with the child while he is in Amarillo for a minimum of 2 hours.
Anaomba Mr. Muhindo, baba ya mtoto, aweze kuona tena mtoto wake masaa, yani ikiwa masaa kidogo sana, iwe masaa 2. Hiyo ni masaa kidogo kabla arudi kwa mji yenye ametoka.
Our next hearing will be October 14th of 2025 on a 9 o'clock docket.
Your Honor, would you repeat the month? I have the 14th at 9 a.m.
October.
October, okay. Thank you. Meeting yetu au kupatana tena kwetu itakuwa mwezi wa 10, tarehe 14, mwezi wa 10, tarehe 14, saa 3 za asubuhi. Njoo tutarudia tena hapa kusikiza hii kesi.
Thank you all very much. I'll see you back in October.
Anawashukuru sana nyinyi wote, tuonane mwezi wa 10 tarehe 14 saa 3.
Y'all are free to go. Thank you. Mr.
Ana-
Yumala, thank you very much.
Oh, thank you, Your Honor. It's my honor to serve you.
All right, I'm going to call cause number 99576E in the interest of Heidi Rodriguez. We're here today for an initial permanency hearing. We're conducting this through Zoom or live streaming. Ms. Novak, if you could give us an update, just what may have occurred since the court report was filed. We're already behind this morning, so I'm trying to not duplicate information.
Yes, ma'am. So Haiti is actually currently missing. She ran, oh, I'm sorry, excuse me. She was arrested on May 29th while she was in placement in Lubbock for assaulting an officer. We did find a treatment center for her to be placed at. She agreed to go. The treatment center accepted her she was placed there June 6th, and then she ran from the treatment center on June 8th. They contacted law enforcement, followed protocol for runaways. Missing child paperwork was completed. There is an assigned detective and a special investigator for her right now, and missing child flyers have been made, and I believe they've been provided to mom. Miss Calderon has reported that she's been active. Haiti's been active on social media, but she hasn't had a response from her. Mom's tried to reach out that way. Her charges for the arrest are still open. Until she's located, then they will reassess, as what her probation officer reported.
Okay, what area did she run? Where was she? You're going to tell me Houston.
Yeah, the town I believe was Comfort, Texas. I don't know what region that is, ma'am.
I know where it is. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Has St. Francis been looking at her social media?
I have not. I was covering this case, but I have not done that yet, ma'am.
I assume the special investigators are watching it. So.
Yes,
ma'am. I would assume, yeah.
Okay. All right. Nothing good about that. Ms. Calderon, if she reaches out to you, please let us know.
Yes, I will.
Okay. Very dangerous.
Yes.
For her. Okay. All right, then anything further from the department, or excuse me, from St. Francis, Ms. Noack?
The the primary worker did reach out to the liaison for Mexico to try to make contact or find Mr. Rodriguez. There hasn't been a response from them as of yet. I will continue to try to make contact with them to follow up with that. Ms. Calderon, I haven't met with her yet. I'm meeting with her today to review her family plan and the status of her services, but she's been cooperative and communicates with me, ma'am.
All right, then, Mr. Barfield?
Ms. Calderon, do you have any more information other than what's already been transmitted?
No, not right now. That's all that I know.
Okay.
I already tried. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, man.
I try to post her all over social media and stuff, but I haven't got any answers yet.
Okay. Judge, after the hearing, I know you're running behind. Can you put Ms. Calderon and I in a breakout room so I can discuss? Maybe my office can kind of start helping do a search as well.
Okay, yeah, I'll be happy to. Ms. Calderon, have you submitted any completed service certificates to your prior worker?
The therapy, you mean?
Just in any of your services that you've completed?
Oh no, I changed therapy.
Okay, have you completed some services?
No.
Okay, all right. Just be sure as you complete things that you forward those certificates to Ms. Nowak, at least this time, okay?
Okay, yes.
Right. Have you started any of those things?
Yes. I already went to 6 sessions. I think the total were 8, but I'm gonna keep on having them until because she's missing and I still need the therapy. And on June 1st, I'm gonna start the parent meetings also.
Okay.
And Judge, that'll be with, I think, Fatherhood Fire, with her parenting stuff. I think she also did psychosocial. She's got some recommendations on it, which include parenting, and a few other things. So she's working at them, I believe, just waiting to get a couple of things started.
Okay, that's good. Okay, Ms. Zavala.
Your Honor, I have no further information. Even through the change of the caseworker, they've been keeping our office updated. And I know that we'll hear if she's found, but I've got no further information than what's been provided.
When we find her, let me ask Ms. Novak, will she be accepted back at that treatment facility?
Unfortunately, no, ma'am. She'll be in emergency placement either with St. Francis, or if there's a shelter that is available, she'll come back in through emergency placement.
Okay. All right, then, I'll continue the department as temporary managing server, and I'll approve the emergency placement upon locating the child. I'll find that mother is complying with her service plan. That the department will continue to use reasonable efforts to reunify the child with her mother and or father if he can be located. And we will be back for our next hearing on October 14th, 2025 on a 9 o'clock docket. So Ms. Calderon, I hope, obviously, we all hope we find her as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
You know, there's a small army of people that are looking. So
I'm gonna go look myself also next week probably. I'm getting that done.
okay.
And see.
Just whatever you do, be safe.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, thank you so much.
All right. Thank you very much, and you're free to go.
Thank you.
Judge, they wanted the breakout room.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Ms. Calderon, hang on, and I'll put you in a breakout room with Mr.
Yes.
Barker.
Thank you.
All right. I'll call cause number 99582. E, in the interest of Nathaniel Lindigreen, we're here for an initial permanency hearing. We are conducting this through Zoom. We're live streaming, and Ms. Goodman is making our record. All right, we'll go ahead and take announcements.
Daniel Trial for the Texas Department of Family and Protective Services. Michelle Silva is my permanency specialist. We're present ready.
Lauren Lucero covering for Kendra and I, for Your Honor, representing Desiree Casillas. I'm present ready. I don't believe Ms. Casillas will be present today.
Jay Michelson on behalf of Samuel, the father. I gave him notice to appear with the link, and I don't see that he's present.
Stacy Zavala on behalf of the child.
Okay, and just for the record, I don't have either parent in the waiting room. All right, then, Ms. Silva, if you'll give us an update since the court report was filed.
Nathaniel is doing really good in placement. He is 90% in his height and learning to eat baby food, doing really good with his placement. I spoke with Samuel Lindigreen yesterday. I went to his house. He had friends over, so I was only able to tell him that he had court today, and he states he wants to relinquish his rights, but hasn't done so.
All right. Anything to report regarding mom?
I have not been able to speak with her in a couple months.
Do we know-
Samuel did say she has reached out to him and he's spoken to her. He said he was going to let her know. I did get a phone number from her attorney where she called on. I was able to call that phone number, but I don't know if it's turned off or she's not answering.
All right. Okay. Ms. Lucero, thank you for filling in today for Ms. Naranjo. Anything to report on mom?
I don't have anything to report from the mother. Miss Melanco said she hasn't had contact with her in a while, but I just had a couple of questions for Miss Silva. Miss Silva, whenever the father stated that he's considering relinquishing, did he by chance advise you whether or not he talked to the mom about that or no?
He said he did, and he doesn't want to relinquish by himself. He wants him and Desiree to do that together.
Okay. Did he share with you any response that she might have had to that?
No, ma'am, he didn't.
Okay. And are they currently living in the same home or not? Or do you know?
I really don't know. The last couple times that I've spoken to Samuel, it's only been him and his buddies.
And just to be clear, when was the last time you actually had contact with the mother?
It was, I say, maybe April.
Okay. And was that in person or at the apartment or?
That was in person. I went to the apartment complex. I knocked. Samuel answered. He stated that a friend was with him. I asked him if he knew where Desiree was. He stated he didn't know. I asked if I could enter the apartment complex. When I entered, she was hiding in the back in the bathroom. They stated that she had a restraining order, or no, I'm sorry, a no trespassing order on the apartment complex, due to her breaking the window to their apartment. I wasn't able to confirm that with staff. I spoke to a lady who is the auditor for the apartment complex.
Silva, I'm sorry.
and
I'm gonna just stop you there. Just were you able to speak with Desiree that day?
No, she
Okay.
got mad at me and left.
Okay.
Yeah.
But any phone number that you've had, Miss and Uncle has that number for her. Is that correct?
Yeah, they're the ones that gave me the phone number, the last phone number that she called them on.
Okay. All right. I'll pass the witness, Sean.
Ms. Silva, has either parent worked any services?
I was able to take Samuel Lindigreen last month to get drug screened, and that's all they've done.
And the results were?
They were positive.
For?
He was positive for, let me look real quick.
Mr. Trout, do you know?
I haven't seen that yet, Your Honor. That's
Almost.
Your Honor, I had an opportunity to review it, and I believe it said that he was positive for methamphetamine and marijuana and methadone.
correct, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Okay, then has mother worked any services for us?
No.
All right. Okay, Mr. Michelson?
Just briefly, I don't know how to ask this bifurcated question, so I'm just going to do it bifurcated. Would you prefer me to draft a relinquishment order and review it with him, or do you want to provide me with a relinquishment affidavit?
I'll forward you one, Jay. Before you got on the case, we sent one to the worker. Ms. Silva, but I will forward that to you also.
Okay, thank you. No further questions, Your Honor.
All right, sir, thank you. And Ms. Zavala?
Your Honor, no questions.
Okay, and do you have a recommendation today?
Yes, Your Honor. Child is with paternal grandparents and doing really well. It's a good placement. If I understand correctly, I believe that virtual visits were set up for parents and that they never appeared. I've got no concerns about the child placed with grandparents and have talked to them about, not allowing contact, not allowing parents just to come to the door. They seem very protective, and I've got no concerns about where he's placed.
All right, then, I'm going to continue the department as temporary managing conservator, and I'll continue the child's current placement. Find a continuing danger to return the child home at this time. The department will continue to use reasonable efforts to work with the family. I am going to set an early final due to non-compliance with the service plans by parents. And I know that the department was requesting, mediation. So we can set one up. Mr. Michelson might be able to secure a relinquishment from his client even prior to that. Do you still want me to order you to mediation and see if Ms. Naranjo can't get in touch with Ms. Casillas, or what do we want to do?
Well, I would say yes, just due to the court orders, standing orders, Your Honor. But if we haven't had contact with any of them, it's gonna be hard to do that. I'd say whatever the court wants us to do on that. We're more than happy to do it.
Mr. Michelson, are you in contact with Mr. Lindigreen?
Since I've been appointed, I got the contact information from Ms. Silva. He has not responded.
All right. Probably mediation is going to be a wasted effort. Should you all make contact with clients, we can always try to set it up, but I would say it's just a situation where we need to see, the child's with family. So, parents have, they're not demonstrated, any interest in raising this child. They've not made any effort to see the child. They've not, they haven't turned a stone over other than Miss Silva taking the father to drug test. So, we'll just set the next hearing date as our final. That'll be October 14th on a 9 o'clock docket. If we're able to get a relinquishment and they want to do that, that's great. Otherwise, we'll just go to trial on that day. And I'll waive the requirement of mediation in case, since there's been no contact with them.
Thank you, Your Honor. And if something happens and we're able to get in touch with everybody, we'll reach out to the court. We need to do that.
Okay. All right, then I'll see everybody back in October. Thank you all very much. Thank you, Ms. Lucera. Appreciate you.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you.
Cause number 99932D in the interest of Jonathan Dubois or Dubois. Not sure how they pronounce it. We are here today for a status hearing.
Savannah Kincaid, I represent Mom. I'm present. I've had no contact with my client.
Bailey Sapien on behalf of Mr. McDonald. I have not had contact with my client since he bonded, but I'm present and ready.
Stacy Zavala on behalf of the child.
Okay. What's the update? Ms. Flores?
Good morning. Yes, ma'am. Jonathan's doing great. He's currently placed here in Amarillo with his paternal grandmother, which is his caregiver. He's up to date on every medical. He's thriving. He's doing amazing. Caregiver's doing a great job. Ashley has not really maintained contact. We've been trying to meet her weekly. However, I did go over there yesterday she wasn't there. I did message Rashad this morning and he has not replied.
Have you had contact with him since he bonded out?
Yes, ma'am. There was a number that a current number that I saved. But there's another number that I didn't save while we were doing a visit, and I forgot to save it in my phone and I've lost it. But I did message the number that he did contact me on. And I have not got anything from that one. And I can definitely give you Bailey that number if you would like. So you can try to reach out to Rashad.
I would appreciate that. Thank you.
Yes.
All right, so have either of them gone over their service plans or signed them?
I have them ready. I just need to sign them. Ashley does. She's had maybe like 2 or 3 visits. That's the only time I'm able to see Ashley is if transportation is available. And we do the visits with her son, and that's the only time I'm able to see her. Like I said, she's probably done 2 or 3. Other than that, if their transportation's not available, she's not able to go.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, service plans have been filed.
Okay.
They have not been signed by parents yet, but they have been filed with the court.
That was okay. All right, then, Ms. Kincaid, anything to add?
No, Your Honor, just that we sent the link via email for the hearing this morning and didn't receive a reply.
Okay. All right, and Ms. Sapien?
I don't have anything to add, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Ball.
Your Honor, Jonathan's doing very well, placed with paternal grandparents. I don't know if they have a kinship worker assigned, but placement did have a number of questions. She is going to have to start back to nursing school when the fall semester starts and really needs some help with daycare and has a lot of questions about that. So I don't know if a kinship worker is available or what can be done to assist with daycare. He appears to be doing really well, Jonathan does. I did want to just double check with mom doing in-person visits. I assume that she had a negative UA, but I didn't see whether one was actually taken.
She hasn't I've not been able to reach out to her to go do one. Whenever we did the in-person visits, the visits had just started, so I didn't need to send her for one, but I am trying to contact her to get her one. Also, Stacy, she does have a kinship worker. She does have a kinship worker, and we've been trying to get pay stubs from grandma to submit that to daycare.
Okay.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
I just know that's going to be an issue coming up, and it usually ends up faster than we anticipate.
Yes, ma'am.
But I've got no concerns about placement. I would ask that if mom has not drug screened and hasn't provided a negative UA, that visits not continue until that's done.
Okay.
I would second in that, John.
If we're running into that issue, maybe they could be moved to Zoom until she provides a negative.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty standard, in this court. We need a negative UA when we have the history of drug use, and particularly if it's methamphetamine or fentanyl. All right, then we're going to continue the department as temporary managing conservator and continue the child's current placement. I find a continuing danger to return the child home at this time. The department will use reasonable efforts to reunify the family. I'm going to stop any in-person visits with the mother. Well, is the father having in-person visits too?
Yes, ma'am. They just started last week. I tried to confirm with him this morning because they do have a visit today, and I've tried to confirm with the both of them today, and I've not got a reply back.
Do we have current drugs testing on him?
Dad just got out on the 30th. I have not sent him this month. I can try to reach out to see if I can send him for one today.
All right, so with respect to mom, I'm gonna stop her in-person visits until she drug tests and we have a negative UA on her. I'm gonna order father to drug screen for us. Doesn't have to necessarily be today, Ms. Forrest.
Okay.
When you request it, and I think we need to do that soon. Let's just say, by 4 o'clock tomorrow.
Yes, ma'am.
And same thing, if we don't have a negative UA on him, I'll stop the in-person visits with him too.
Yes.
Judge on dad, do you want UA and hair follicle today?
Yeah, I do. So, all right, I'm gonna order the service plans as an order of the court today. And I'll see everybody back for the initial permanency hearing on October 16th of 2025. That'll be a 9 o'clock docket.
And judge on dad's drug screen, do you want it by noon tomorrow?
4 o'clock tomorrow.
For dad, his drug screens?
Yeah, 4 o'clock tomorrow.
4 o'clock, okay.
If he's got a visit scheduled today, I'm gonna let that move forward, but
Okay.
So I don't know how, it may be late the day before she can even talk to him or tell him that he needs to do it. So I'll give him till 4 o'clock tomorrow.
Yes, ma'am.
Daniel, for the virtual visits, he is a newborn. Do you want them to be an hour? Is it everyone okay for them being 30 minutes?
30 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you all very much.
Thank you, Judge.
Appreciate it. In the interest of Lyric Porter, we are here today on a status hearing.
Vince Noack representing mom Shania Sanchez. I am here and I'm ready, Judge. I haven't talked to my client since April 30th. She's not answering her phone, which is unusual. I did send her emails and left voicemails. I checked both county jails and no luck, Judge. But I'm here and I'm as ready as I can be. Thank you.
Stacy Zavala on behalf of the child.
All right, thank y'all. Okay. Ms. McIntyre, you're up.
Yes, ma'am. Since the court report was filed, Lyric is growing quick, enjoying a lot of things. She got to go to Paladura Canyon and go camping recently. Got to go on her first hike. Fell asleep on that hike, but we went on it. She is feeling good. The doctor is going to refer her to ECI, so that is going to happen at our next doctor's visit. I met with mom last Thursday. She admitted to methamphetamine use on Tuesday. I reminded her that her visits are suspended until she is able to test negative, and she understands and continues to admit to use. She also got arrested last month for possession charges and is currently out on bond out of Potter County.
Ms. McIntyre, any contact with Callum Porter?
I have had little to no contact with Callum Porter yet. I've been sending all the clients to drug screen, and he went and drug screened for me, but no communication with me and will not meet with me. So I'm unsure if he went for his paternity test, but if he got the text message about his drug screen, then he got the text message about the paternity.
Okay. All right. We'll follow up on that.
Yes, sir.
So he really hasn't done anything for us so far.
No, ma'am.
Just the one.
Did either of them sign their service plans?
Mom did sign her service plan. Dad, I have not been able to, or Callum, I have not been able to locate to sign that service plan, but they were filed. Mom, when I was at her residence or where she's staying last Thursday, we went over her service plan and she understands it. She knows what she's got to get done.
Okay. All right, we've got no other leads on the unknown father.
Mom did send me a screenshot of a Potter County mugshot. Says it is the father. That she's trying to get me more information on that. I've been checking jail rosters to see, but I'm about to do a finder's report on what I do have off of that mugshot. She said it was a one night thing and that she does not even know anything past that mugshot.
Ms. Magda, do we have a name on that person?
We do. I can email that to you, Daniel. I don't have it right here in front of me. I apologize.
Okay, send it to myself and Kim because we'll have to get him played in if mom's saying he's dad.
Yes, sir.
Did she indicate she thinks he's really the dad instead of Mr. Porter?
She said that she's told me that there's no chance that it's Mr. Porter at all and that this is the father.
Okay, so let's clarify real quick. What, how do we have Mr. Porter?
They said he was named, they named him at the beginning of the case, Your Honor, and I recall, I believe he signed a AOP. But we were concerned that he wasn't, but then he signed it. So I think he went back up there and signed that AOP. Then started backtracking that they weren't. So that's why we've ordered paternity testing on this.
Okay. I probably have notes about that. I'm just not taking time to look back at them. So, okay.
Your Honor, if I may, Shania told me that she knew that department was going to step in and ended up taking this baby and Callum wanted it. So that's where he stepped up for it and has said he's the father because he thought that he would be able to just pretty much take the baby as his own.
Yeah, and then she gave the name of Jose, or AKA
Hefe, I think. Yes, ma'am.
Jose, AKA Hefe, is the father. And okay, yeah, I remember all that now.
Okay.
About Mr. Porter was going to adopt and.
Yep. That's it.
Light bulb off. Okay.
So the name of the I just found it, Daniel. It is Michael Hood.
Michael Hood.
Michael Hood. And it says he's 30 years old from Amarillo.
HOOD.
Yes, sir.
What? Say it again.
Michael Hood.
Hood.
Good.
Right.
And I'm assuming you don't have any specifics on his date of birth, social security number, all that, do you?
No, sir. I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna do this finders. I'm also gonna search because I know he does have criminal background from what she's explained to me. So I think we should probably be able to narrow it down a little bit. And I have his mugshot, so I think we could narrow it down quite a bit through Facebook, things like that.
Okay. Once you get that information, send all that to us, please.
Absolutely.
Even though most people, I'm not going to say categorically all, but I'm going to say probably most people don't put their mugshots out on their social media. But, you know, there's always that possibility.
You never know.
He has a pretty distinct look to him, so I'm hoping I can recognize it.
Well, let's just say that they're generally not glamour shots.
Yeah.
I will say that I have seen it before, though. I have seen that happen.
Nothing shocks us, right?
Well,
No surprise.
Jenny Wood just put a mugshot on his page. He raced a cop the other night for charity. And I hope nobody ever finds mine.
Ooh, we're gonna all start looking now. All right, then. Mr. Nowak, anything to add today?
No, Your Honor. Just to thank Tasia as always. Your monthly updates are incredible. You always take phone calls. You are a privilege to work with, and you're wonderful for the families you work with. That's all I've got, Judge. And thank you, Tasia. And I'm envious of your trip.
Yes, sir. I'm ready to get home though. I'm enjoying it up here, but I'm sure ready to get home.
Gotcha.
I do have one more name she did give me, Daniel. I apologize. So the next one is Jose Julian Ortiz.
Okay.
So those are the two names that mom has given me.
And that may be the other, the Hefe, I believe that she stated. And I don't think we had all the information to plead him in yet.
But I can send you everything I have on the two tomorrow. I don't mind sending that over, and I'll also do finder's report and see what we can get done.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right, Ms. Zavala.
Your Honor, Lyric's doing really well. She's placed with a foster family here in town that we've worked with before. We get great information. I think she's going to her 2-month checkup today. I have no concerns about where she's placed and think that that's where she should remain.
All right, very good. Okay. All right, we'll continue the department. It's temporary managing conservator and continue child's placement. Find a continuing danger to return the child home at this time. Expect the department to use reasonable efforts to reunify the family. And we're going to order the service plans as an order of the court. And I'll see everybody back for our initial permanency hearing on October 16th, 2025 at 9 o'clock.
Well,
Okay, appreciate y'all. Thank you very much.
thank you, Judge.
Judge, with Wagner not being called, I think this is it for me for the day. With your permission, I'll leave the court and wish everyone a great day.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate it.
Thanks, y'all.
5-2 in the interest of Isaiah and Ariana Moya. We're here today for a status hearing. We're conducting this through Zoom. We're live streaming. And Ms. Goodman is making our record. All right, we'll go ahead and take announcements.
Daniel Trout for the Texas Department of Family and Protective Services. Charlene Uwamina is my permanency specialist. We're present ready.
Bailey Sapien on behalf of Kimberly Adams. My client has been present. She is currently not here in the courtroom, but I am as ready as I can be.
Your Honor, I'm Tate Eldridge. I represent the father, Charles Moya. I'm present, and I don't believe he is present. I attempted to call him this morning, and I didn't get an answer. He didn't have a voicemail set up, so I'm not sure if he's going to participate or not. Apparently not. It's 30 minutes past.
Stacy Zavala on behalf of the children.
Okay, thank y'all. All right. I will note for the record that Ms. Adams was in my waiting room. Court, we're behind today, and then each time as I've tried to admit her, she's fallen out, so she may be having an internet issue, but I'm gonna indicate that she was present or was attempting to be present today, so I'll keep an eye out for her in the waiting room. Okay, then
And Judge, just for the court, we're able to get mom served. She was personally served on 6/4 by the Harris County Constables.
okay. Thank you. All right, then, Ms. Muendo, if we could just give an update as far as where we are with our service plans and any progress.
The service plans, Charles has his service plan. I've previously spoken to him and he said that he is getting it done. He has started going back to the VA for his counseling. And he's working on trying to get all the other services done. For Miss Adams, she at first did not want the services at all, but I tried to tell her that these services are needed, like especially the parenting classes. She refuses, saying that she's already a parent. She doesn't want to do any of services and that she does not want counseling at all because the only counselor she has is God. But I've sent her the services. She has it with her, but she refused to sign because she did not understand what it was saying. But I walked her through the services and she still did not want to sign.
Okay.
In your honor, service plans have been filed. Dad did sign his. Dad's were signed on 5/20/25 and filed on 5/21, and mom's were filed on 6/10/25.
All right, then, Well, hopefully she did turn in her paperwork for court appointed attorney, and I did appoint Ms. Sapien to represent her. She was just appointed this morning. So we'll hope that Ms. Sapien can have a conversation with her about the importance of her service plan, and we can maybe turn that around. Okay, then, Mr. Eldridge, or excuse me, Ms. Sapien, anything to add today? I mean,
Judge, the only thing I would ask is that Ms. Uimani, you indicated you were able to text her. If you could email me or chat me that phone number, I would greatly appreciate it. And I will go over the importance of a service plan with my client.
Yes, ma'am. I'll send it to you.
and obviously the consequences of failing to work the services. So,
yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Eldridge.
I don't have anything, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Zavala?
Your Honor, I was able to visit with both kids, and there are a few things that they're asking me to address. They both wanted contact with their aunt in New York. Neither of the call lists have been updated to include that information. I don't know if there's a reason for that or if that contact needs to be supervised, but they are both wanting that contact. Isaiah especially will be glad to hear that mom is participating. He is interested in potentially being placed with mom if she were to cooperate, but he had told me that he didn't anticipate that she might, but I do know that he wants contact with her if she is participating. Neither child has had contact with each other, and so they both want that contact. And I'd like to see those sibling calls set up, either phone calls or virtual visits. But they are both seeking that. Ariana has some luggage that she said she requested, but that maybe it got lost. I think this is a conversation that has come up a few times before. And when I spoke previously to the investigator, they were saying that Ariana had a lot of clothing and a lot of items at placement. Ariana is saying that what she does have at placement is more like winter clothing, and she really needs summer clothing. She said that summer clothing would have been in that pink luggage. Because she's placed in a different region, the way they talk about things is a clothing voucher. I explained to her that our region doesn't do that, and there are other ways to do that. But she is saying she doesn't have much in the way of summer clothes in terms of t-shirts and shorts, and is willing to offer sizes and things like that. And then there was the issue with her eye, her prosthetic eye. Hopefully we're making good progress on that. She was supposed to have a conference with someone from Medicaid last week. They never called in. However, she was scheduled at 8:30 this morning to go in to be measured for that eye. I told her that if they go in at 8:30 and there's some sort of issue, to please give our office a call, and we have not received a call from her. So hopefully that means everything's proceeding. I know they've got a copy of the court order. I know they've been working, trying to get that done. So hopefully that will be soon. But the biggest concerns is contact with each other, contact with aunt in New York, and then summer clothing for Ariana. Ariana was talking about potentially some changes she might want in her medication, but she is a very good vocal advocate for herself. She's going to be talking to her doctor. She knew his name, knew what to ask him. We'll bring that back up if that doesn't work out, but I think she's going to be addressing that herself. So I do believe that the placements are good and appropriate for them, and I do recommend that continue.
Okay.
Hey, Your Honor, I just got a text from my secretary. Mr. Moya just called our office, and I guess his email has changed, and so he's apparently trying to log on right now. It doesn't change anything for my case or anything, but he's somewhere around here.
I'll kind of watch for him. So Ms. Katie, I'd like for you to send an email to CASA and see if they might possibly have an advocate to take on these kiddos.
Yes, ma'am.
And I think that since they're out of region and all that, in their ages, I think they would really benefit from having a CASA advocate. So we'll see if we can't get them involved. Mr. Eldridge, he didn't say he'd be logging in under anybody else's device or name, did he?
No, I mean, we emailed the link, so he probably didn't have the link of his email. I didn't know his email changed till just
Okay.
now. So,
All right.
so my secretary probably just emailed him the link. Would be my guess.
Yeah, okay.
It's all right. You don't need to hold anything up.
All right, well, then, I will continue the department as temporary managing conservator, and I'll continue the children's current placements. And we'll check with CASA if they can take the case. All right, and find a continuing danger to return the children home at this time. And obviously we'll expect the department to use reasonable efforts to reunify the family. I'm going to order the service plans as an order of the court. And I'll see everyone back for our initial permanency hearing on October 16th of 2025. That'll be in a 9 o'clock docket. Okay, I'm just gonna kind of go down a little rabbit trail first. Oh, here's Mr. Moya. We'll bring him in. All right, regarding Ariana's requests, you women all, do you know anything about this? Has she talked to you about needing some summer clothing and some things like that?
She has talked to me about her luggage, her pink luggage, and I told her that I did not have it and that investigation did not have it. I called investigation, they did not have it either. But she did express that she wants a CASA worker, and I told her that I will get that to her. I called CASA and they said because she's not in Region 1, but they will try to see if they can get her one. With the visit, the visits have been set up for her and her brother, but for some reason they have not been in contact. I spoke to her yesterday and she said that she did not even know the visits were set up. And I would definitely just have to double check with her placements and see, because the visits were sent, the email was sent to them. And she also did not know that she does have her aunt on her call log. So they both have their aunts on their call log, but for some reason they haven't been able to communicate with them yet.
Okay. Have you had any contact with the aunt?
I called her. Yes, ma'am. I've got in contact with her. She said that majority of the day she's at work, but if they text her or if they call her later on in the night, she will be able to talk to them.
Okay. All right. And nobody has any problem with that. So, okay. All right. All right, Mr. Moya, we've basically wrapped up your hearing and Mr. Eldridge can kind of fill you in, but I am continuing the children's current placements and I have ordered the service plans to be in order of the court today. I understand the service plans are very important for you to work those things, and my understanding is you've signed that service plan, so I appreciate your cooperation in that regard. Start getting all those things set up and working through them, okay? Okay, you're muted, but I think you said that you understand that, or yes. Or you understand all of that?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Okay, all right. Stay in close contact with Mr. Eldridge. Sorry that we didn't realize you had to change an email, so he'd sent this link today to a different email. So be sure if you have a change in phone number or anything, be sure and let him know.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll see everybody back, like I said, on October 16th of 2025. That'll be on a 9 o'clock docket.
Okay, thank you.
Uh-huh.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, appreciate y'all. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Judge.